Great after this.
All right, y'all, we're back. The motherfucking comic book trap house is in your face. I'm back with my people, D Strong, Rusty Metal. We are here for your sci-fi comic book satisfaction. We got some more shit to talk about this week.
That's with Marlon.
We've all been doing our thing in our respective areas. How's it going over there, D Strong? You doing all right?
I'm good, bro. I'm just over here having a little drink and getting ready to talk about some things that's going on. And, you know, what's up, Russ? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm great, bro. I'm great. Everything is lovely. Cannot complain. Enjoying the unemployed life. It's the best. We gotta try it sometime. 6 months at least. Fantastic.
Bro,
EBT card and all that.
Hey, it's all right. It's okay.
You know, and, I mean, it's a blessing. $192 a month. Between me and my lady, that's pretty good. That's not bad. We can do it.
Steaks.
Yeah, steaks. Yeah, salmon. Fresh. Yeah. Ready? What you? Oh, that's Foster's. Yeah.
Yeah. Having a little golden, little premium ale tonight. You know, something. Something really nice. Just getting into this stuff, man. We got, it's a lot of things been going on in the last couple of weeks. I've been out of town, did some out of state comic shopping.
Mm-hmm. How'd that go? Where'd you go? Where'd you end up going?
I was in LA. Now I went to a plethora of different shops out there, man. They got so many comic shops in LA. It's ridiculous. Yeah. I can't believe it. Just in Burbank alone, like down, I think it was Magnolia Street or something out there. It was unbelievable. There's like 4 or 5 shops on one block.
Wow.
Well, one street.
Too often, but that's over by the movie studios, right?
Yeah. It's out that way, for sure.
Okay.
Now, I'm trying to remember some of the names of the shops that I went to out there. There was a lot. Black Cat was a very good shop that I visited out there. Actually, I got to shout out my man Paracon because he actually chauffeured me around to all these shops, man. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have made it to all that shit. So he took time out of his day to take me around. Big up to him for that. And he has a good homie of his out there. I can't remember his name, but he owns one of the shops that I visited called Alternate Universe. Real dope shop. Real dope shop. If you're ever in LA, make sure you visit Alternate Universe. You just look it up. I went to another shop called The Perky Nerd. You know, when I first heard the name, I was thinking maybe it would be,
Perky Nerd. That like to read.
I rushed in there. But it ended up being a coffee comic shop.
I got you, Perky. Yeah, Perky. I'm thinking, you say Perky, I think Power Girl.
Word.
Damn.
But it wasn't like that. It was just another good shop on the list, man. But it was dope. The main thing that I was happy to get to out there was this shit called Frank and Sons Collectibles. It's a huge warehouse that opens up only on, I think it's only Wednesdays and Saturdays. But man, it's like a weekly Comic-Con out there. It's free to get in, and you got vendors galore with just mad shit. So missing Comic-Con here last weekend, that was a okay substitute for me. You know what I'm saying? I got some pretty nice stuff I pulled out of the crates out there. So
what's the name of that place again?
Frank and Sons. Frank and Sons Collectibles. Yeah, it's a big collectibles and art show that happens every Wednesday and Sunday.
That's the one you went with Ill Dosage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That place. So you posted on, I think, Instagram. You showed.
It's incredible.
That spot. Yeah.
If you're in LA, that's the place to make sure you go to on the weekend or a Wednesday. But yeah, man, lots of good things. I'm trying to see. Maybe I had a couple of pulls from the past week that I wanted to show too. Not only the LA stuff, but there's some pretty good dollar bin hunting that went down in the last week also. And some of the good things that I was able to locate out in Cali. I always needed an extra copy of #1, and I never had the last issue of this series, The New Mutants. I went ahead and picked up an extra copy of number one. They had a real cheap copy of number one out there, so I went ahead and grabbed one. And the last copy, number 100. This is the last issue.
Oh,
went ahead and picked up that one also.
Both of them were in the dollar bin?
No. This
I was gonna say
these weren't dollar bin finds right here. These weren't dollar bin. These were a couple that I wanted for the PC that I went ahead and copped.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, some of the ones that I did find in the dollar bin out there. Surprisingly, this was a pretty good find. The Fix number one. This is a independent series from Image Comic Books. I don't know if a lot of people are too familiar with it, but man, it's a fantastic series, man. It's hilarious, and there's a lot of good action in it. Very amazing writing. It takes place in LA, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And I've had, I think, the third printing of number one for a while, and I've always looked for the first printing. I found a copy of the first printing.
Yeah.
Right here. And this was actually in a 50-cent bin. Yeah, not a dollar bin. They had a couple of 50-cent bins out there.
Right, yeah.
I found that in there. Real great copy of that, too. What else we got here? This was definitely not in the dollar bin, but it was something that I wanted to go ahead and try to get the run. I have issue number 3. So now I'll only need number 2 and 4 because I found number 1 and 5 here of Carnage.
So
these are the classic Clayton Crane covers, man.
Yeah.
From that 5-issue miniseries that came out. I got the first and last issues of that. That's a ridiculous cover by Clayton Crane right there, man.
Crazy. Oh, that shit is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I was happy to find those. And the vendor that was selling those out in LA was like damn near giving them away. Got them half price from what he was already selling them for. A couple other finds out there. Let's say some Black Knight. These were definitely bin finds. That was a real good bin find right there.
Yeah.
This one right here. I mean, people are already going crazy over this because of casting.
Right, it's coming.
What's his name? Jon Snow is Black Knight in MCU now, and Black Knight Exodus.
Kip,
something a little more of his origin.
Kip Harington or something like that.
Right. Yeah. That guy.
Kip.
Yeah, man. You know, just some pretty decent stuff. We don't have to go through everything here, but you know,
hey, I want to tell you
more Eternals and stuff like that. You know, good stuff.
I think it was when you were in Dallas. You remember I was telling you about that run the path or whatever. I seen you found something that was dope, man. That was 25 cent. Was that what the sticker said on that? 25 cent or no?
Those actually were 25 cent.
I saw that.
They were on the clearance level, so I was able to grab 3 of those. Where as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Yo, that's that title that D told me he's interested in." So yes, I got you.
Nice.
Number 5.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Nice.
25 cent too, huh? Man.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I'll be dropping those in the mail to you next week, brother.
Oh, good. I'll come out and pick them up.
Oh, matter of fact, I'll hold them hostage. Make sure you come out.
There you go. Get out there.
Oh, just one honorable mention right quick. Everybody loves Racer X.
Oh, my dude. Bro, every time I see Racer X, every time Racer X made an appearance, it was like, oh shit, it's on right now. There's some shit about to pop off. You know what I mean?
Man, I was in this bar called Taqueria on St. Mark's, man. It's actually a LA bar. And they serve my favorite tacos in New York. And they always show classic shit on the TV in the back behind the bar. One day I'm in there and they're just showing Speed Racer.
Right.
So I'm bugging out, and there's these nice little cute young ladies on the other side of the bar, and they're looking at it back and forth, and they keep chatting to each other about it, and they're like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Right. They're like mad intrigued by it. But they had never seen it before. They were that, you know, they didn't know what the fuck it was. They're asking. There were a couple other people in the bar. I'm just kind of sitting there observing for a quick second. The bartender had no idea what it was. A couple other people sitting at the bar. No fucking clue.
Right.
Only OG who knew that it was Racer. I'm like, damn, has Tom's really gone that far ahead?
They should have put that in.
Nobody on the average know what 1 out of every 8 people could recognize Speed Racer on the TV.
Yeah,
Put that Indy 500 joint, the ghost.
yeah, put the ghost video on. Yeah, man.
Fucking great.
That was some shit, man. But yeah, man, all those classic things. So much stuff going on. Shit. We got to get into all kind of things tonight, including that
the finale,
the big finale.
Right.
Today is Wednesday. House of X, Powers of X have all come to a conclusion. Powers of X number 6 dropped today, which brings the whole series to an end. All 12 issues have been released. What an amazing ride, man. Jonathan Hickman has bombed the entire mutant lore and created a whole new situation for mutants, a whole new story for everybody to run with. And I think it was fantastic.
So, is it over, though?
Well, House of X and Powers of X is over. Those are each 6-issue miniseries. So,
what about that Dawn of X? Is that
right? That's the next step. That's the next step.
Is that Hickman?
Yes.
Okay. I wonder what they're going to do with that. I wonder if that's just going to be side stories of what was going on through the whole shit.
Yeah, everybody who's writing for the Mutant X type titles right now is going to be basing all their writings off of the groundwork that Hickman has laid with these 2 miniseries. You know what I'm saying?
So what'd you think about the ending?
I think it was pretty fantastic. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's such a setup for the future. It rewrites the past. It's given a lot of insight into what we've always known, that mutants can't win. You know what I'm saying? But it's attacking that whole basis from a different angle that we haven't seen before. And it actually, from the ending, it isn't all hopeless for mutants. It really isn't.
No.
It isn't. They're still out. Mora is still trying to make this work, man.
She's only on her 7th life right now, so they say she can do about 12. Now, I think I was telling you earlier. I think the only reason I was hating on the ending because I like the whole run. I thought the ending left me. I was a little upset with the ending only because it didn't go my way, I guess. Because I was.
Hickman is gonna take it wherever he wants.
Because I was like, remember I told you a couple of episodes back, I was like, or maybe it might have been the last one, that I thought she was going to end up offing herself so she could just stop the cycle. That's what I thought was going to happen. And then when I seen her going for another lie, I was like, okay, she's going to do it. She's going to stop the cycle because she's tired of losing. But that wasn't the case at all. They're going to keep going, and they should keep going. That's why give up.
What's the whole point of doing it in the first place if you're going to stop?
Just hating a little bit because I thought it was going to go my way.
But it was amazing to see the 1,000 years, mutant year 1,000 with the librarian when he comes out into this amazing new sanctuary. Well, not really sanctuary, but this similar cage that the future holds the last remaining mutants in, and then year 1,000 out walks Logan. You know what I'm saying?
He's still there, yeah.
Exactly. I mean, he shouldn't be aging like that anyway. And it's amazing that he comes out right there like that. And you got Mora who shows up 1,000 years later. Obviously, they've stayed the course of time throughout all this shit.
Well, what they're doing too is they're reincarnating themselves with all the memories too.
Exactly. Now, that's a good point. Now, how many times during 1,000 years could they have been killed and rebirthed through this whole process of the 8?
You notice when they were sentencing Sabretooth, and Apocalypse was like, "How do you sentence someone to death who can't be killed? Because they can keep bringing them back, and once they kill him, the protocol was to automatically bring them back." So that's why they didn't kill him. They were like, "Nah, you're exiled."
Right. And they put him into some dark land and shit like that.
Yeah, Krakoa opened up his ass and said,
get in there.
This is where you're going to be. Right? He went all up in his colon, bro. He's Saber Tooth is up in Krakoa's colon right now.
Krakoa, no, Krakoa.
Krakoa, yeah.
Krakoa.
Oh, Krakoa.
Oh man, that's bad. But yeah, I mean, it's so much shit, man. So much shit to deal with the Ascension, humans just jumping off the ledge and becoming a hive mind with some greater phalanx god and all this type of shit.
Right. Well, that because there's so many stories and movies about how machines end up taking over everything. The phalanx was a higher machine, basically.
Right. And by the time all that year 1000 stuff was going on, you had the humans were too. They back with the whole when humans melded with machines and sentinels to become those greater
the Omega Sentinels. And
right. Yeah, you had the sentinels, and then you had the sentinels created the Nimrods, and the Nimrods ended up creating the superhuman fucking sentinel type shits combo, and
just kept growing and growing until you have
that's the human evolution that went forward more than mutant evolution that took humans to a higher plane by the 1000 era.
That was their only choice.
They always gonna win. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what they're saying. So Moira's trying to make some shit happen. And I love how he brought everything back to the beginning.
Yeah, on the park bench.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And those notes too. Moira's diary notes that he was listing inside of there.
I was reading that as well, yeah.
Gave a better insight into some of the details of the happenings throughout the series. Where she's like talking about how, Apocalypse coming in and, he's out of control. I don't know what they're doing and this type of shit. But one thing that kind of piqued my interest was the blacked out entries that she had about Charles Xavier.
Right. Yeah, the blacked out stuff. And they blacked out the Red King too. I don't know why they had that list. But maybe the White Queen hadn't picked the king. I think that's why. But
there's still some seats to.
Hey, Russ, what you watching, Russ?
Russ, I'm listening to y'all. Listen, I can't chime in just yet because I'm still on number 2, but I'm listening to that.
So we
no, and I'm not worried about the spoilers because I listen from the issue 1 of House, and then right, you do 1 and 1,
House of Power.
Right, House of Power. There's so much going on, bro, and so it's just a lot of bouncing around, and then how they go from 100 to 1,000, and then the way they build these Sentinels is amazing. But I got a lot of reading to do, man. I ain't gonna lie. I just gotta go on a binge, like I'm binging on this damn fucking.
I gotta read it again because I know there's some stuff that I missed, man.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, it's hard to just absorb all of that at one time.
God damn, this is probably the most, just as far as in depth and how they go and just the way they construct the book with all the numbers and what creates this and what the symbols stand for. And it's just it's amazing, but it's a lot to absorb, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Where you just pick up a regular book, you run through it. Okay, this is what happens. You go section for section, but in this one, it's just wow. I love it, but I got some reading to do. So, but listen, that just backs up what I just said. That there's a whole lot going on and more to come with the one you just mentioned, the one the Dawn of X or whatever.
Right.
It's just adding on to that. So yeah. But hey, the more the merrier, man.
It's a beautiful time to be collecting and reading right now, man.
Yeah.
Dope stories, amazing fucking artwork coming out, man. It's fucking sick time, man.
Mm-hmm.
Sick fucking time out there.
All the new stuff, it makes you want to just go back into the stuff you already have and get to know that character even better. All those individual characters that come together to create these amazing stories. It's just
that's right.
So
that's right.
It's beautiful.
Then today being Wednesday, of course, is New Comic Book Day, and we're just talking about the grand finale.
You grab a stack. How many stack? That whole stack was today?
I'm addicted to the variants of the powers. I grabbed the regular cover A today, of course.
Gotta have A.
Gotta have the A. I grabbed the connecting variant. This is gonna go with House of X #5, which I ordered off of Midtown Comics last week because I was out of town, and it still hasn't been delivered because of some fucked up shipping delay they're having over there. Send me my fucking books. And of course, the Huddleston. I got all the Huddleston variants. I usually get those 3 every time. But there's a Nimrod cover that came out this week too. It's so dope, man. I have a feeling I'm gonna get that too. But let's see, DC this week. Joker Harley. DC Black Label. It was another large format book that came out.
Is that Harley on the cover without all the makeup, or is she just?
Yeah, this is a variant. They came out with 3 covers for this shit.
That's ill.
Yeah, that's a sick cover, man. I had to make sure that was all 3. It was a hard choice because all 3 are amazing, man. But I went with this one.
That's dope.
This one.
Big up to the Joker movie.
Pretty good story too. I'm looking.
We need to talk about the Joker movie too. By the way.
Yeah. Ready?
Have you already seen it?
Yeah. I saw it. I know you guys.
I haven't seen it.
I
put it this time.
Don't drop no spoilers. I'm going.
No, not at all. But I just feel like if Heath Ledger got an Oscar, then give one to Joaquin.
Okay.
That's how deep.
He did a great job, huh?
That's how deep it is, man.
Really?
Yeah, bro. You put it to you like this. I mean, he's the Prince of Crime, but before that, he was just a guy getting bullied, and just the way he reacts to it and becomes who he becomes, just from this regular street clown holding a sign up. It's just amazing, bro. The score is phenomenal. And then the fact that it's, I'm sure, as far as where they filmed, they got shots from Harlem, shots from the Bronx, stuff that you can, and then it's 1981, Gotham City, which that's New York pretty much. Yeah. And then, the trains with the graffiti inside and out, just garbage everywhere, the cars, it's just fantastic. So
what part of the BX was they filming?
It was what was the from the BX? What was that street that when they got on the train? It started with a B. I forgot, man, but it was definitely.
I definitely saw
Brook Avenue. Yeah, something like that. When he got on the train, you see the sign. Yeah, it's still Gotham, but that's the Bronx. Yeah,
I saw a trailer where he's running up some train steps, and he's right there on 18th Ave in McDonald, right here in Brooklyn, right on the F train.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I was on lately because I end up drinking too much of this, and then I go on there and start disciplining people, and I don't want to do that.
God damn.
It's like, oh, here comes angry ass D trying to tell me what life's about. But yeah, guess what?
Yeah. You got to reprogram.
I start seeing all this stuff about Joker and how these people.
Come back.
Post and they're like,
"Oh, D's having these problems over there."
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you now.
You having some turbulence over there, brother.
Here we go again. Anyway, like I'm saying, they putting posts up and they're putting their opinion up and how they're horrified and all this stuff. Do you know the character? You know what I mean? Did you bring your children to the show like a fucking idiot?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then when the United States Army puts out a fucking thing, a warning. I'm sorry, dude.
They did that?
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
It's
not a fucking war.
Speak on that, man. I'm not even aware. Speak on that because I don't even know about that.
Yeah, the army put out a warning about going to see the shit. I'm just like,
what did they say?
How motherfucking pussy have we become, man? You know, I think they fall into that shit because they're looking at social media and all these people crying. I've never seen. It's so dark. It's so dark. He's dark, man.
Oh my God, you got to be kidding me right now.
There's no other version of Joker but dark. He's a you know, and even the statement dark is a bullshit statement. He's evil, man. You know what I mean?
Word.
He's mentally fucked off.
I'm saying. All right, look at this. Now, what are we talking about here?
I'm looking at an ad with a chick running. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
U.S. military warning to troops about incel violence at Joker screenings. Incel.
Right.
Now, wait a minute. Incels are the people who believe that they're oppressed sexually for no choice of their own. Have you heard? You know what an incel is?
Is that what incel means?
Have you ever heard that term? I've heard that term before, and I saw some shit on YouTube. I think these are cats who are like scared to death of pussy, and they blame women for not giving them any.
That's what that is?
Yeah.
Well, I think they're bugging.
These are the people who are the most, who got the most angst out there and going out there causing this violence because they associate the most with this character.
Man, that I don't get it.
Subculture. It's a subculture who define themselves as unable to find a romantic or sexual partner despite desiring one.
Right.
Man, just go have a drink somewhere.
Jeez.
Basically, they're a bunch of.
How hard is it?
Incels are scared.
Yeah.
Pussy. They're scared of women.
Okay.
They don't know how to. They don't know how to talk. Right. So they came up with a name and an excuse to try to get some government funding or something. I don't know. But
so they think a bunch of dudes that are scared of women are going to show up with guns and start killing everybody.
That's what that headline says.
Like that in that movie.
Is that a basis of the movie? Is the Joker upset because he can't get no pussy?
Russ.
Yo.
Did you see anything like that in that movie that describes what you're talking about?
Hell no.
Not
at all. Not at all.
The U.S. military has warned service members about the potential for a mass shooter at screenings of the Warner Brothers film Joker, which has sparked worldwide concerns from, among others, the families of those killed during the 2012 mass shootings in Aurora, Colorado. That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother subject.
That was a Batman movie, and they're trying to tie it together, bro.
Unbelievable. Well, because the killer dude dressed up or felt himself like the Joker.
Is that what you're
right?
The U.S. Army confirmed on Tuesday that the warning was widely distributed after social media posts related to extremists classified as incels were uncovered by intelligence officials at the Federal Bureau of Investigation. In a September 18th email, service members were instructed to remain aware of their surroundings and identify 2 escape routes when entering theaters. In the event of a shooting, they were instructed to run, hide, and fight. Run if you can. If you're struck, hide.
Run, hide, and fight. Wow. Well, you know what? All that did was give more publicity to the movie, and you know.
Yeah, man, definitely. I mean, after seeing shit like that, I'm like, hell yeah, I want to see this shit.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. We live in a crazy world right now, man.
It's bananas, man. Yo, respect goes out to the immortal Biggie Shaq in the chat room. Peace,
what
man.
Up? What up, Shaq?
Good looking out for checking this out, man. But yeah, you know, I mean that type of shit is just insane to me, man. People taking this shit to the levels that it definitely don't need to be on, man.
Well,
you know, I mean, I understand some people being, you know, scary and shit like that. There's scary people out there. Okay, but we can't let them drive our entertainment. If you're scared, stay your ass at home. Don't try to make everybody else. Don't care. To me, you're a terrorist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wait for the DVD.
That's the same fucking mentality and basism of terrorism, trying to scare motherfuckers into running behind you and your fucking opinion, man. Fuck out of here. Sit your scary ass at home, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, I felt for him in the movie. You feel for him. He's like, to me, bro, he's actually like a hero. To me, it ends like he's an actual hero in that movie, bro.
That's dope, man. I can't wait to see it.
And with the other twist, because he's still the Joker, bro. He becomes the Joker in the end, and then you're like, ah.
I'm wondering.
It's just fantastic.
I'm wondering, are they gonna? I mean, I know this is a standalone thing and blah blah blah, but
right.
I mean, with this amazing job that he's obviously done, and then the future of Batman coming down the line with this new kid, what's the chances of Joaquin Phoenix jumping into the DC Batman canon once the new Batman starts?
Well, he said it was a one and done.
Right.
I was reading. He said it was a one and done because there's nothing from that movie. It won't get better than that. Is what he's trying to say.
Right, but they're gonna always need they're gonna need a new Joker. You know what I'm saying? Once that Batman starts, somebody's gonna be the new Joker.
Yeah,
right.
And do you think the public demand isn't gonna fucking uproar for this nigga to be him? You think after seeing this film and this amazing job that he's done, they're gonna just want to throw some new Joker into the mix?
No, yeah, and it's perfect because
the public is gonna fucking demand he be the Joker.
Yeah, the way this cat, his age, how he looks right now, and the way Joaquin looks right now in the movie, he's got like 20 plus years on this
Bruce.
guy. Thank you, on Bruce. He's got 20 plus years on him, easy. And so if he was to say, you know what, fuck it. I mean, who knows? Maybe if Todd Phillips said, I know.
So Bruce Wayne is in the movie. Thanks.
Yeah.
He's a child.
Thanks. I appreciate all that great information for a nigga ain't seen it.
No, and I'll tell you what, bro, you gotta expect that he's gonna be in there, bro. So there you go.
You said nothing about no blocking anything. You said go for it, bro. I think anyway. Hey, maybe.
Well, he's in there. Hey,
speaking of film, and the greatness that Joker is, I have not seen it yet, so I'm not gonna say here in front like I've seen it. But I know it's good, man, because I'm knowing the people that are saying it's good know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Now,
very credible people telling me it was bananas.
Speaking of film, maybe Martin Scorsese should take his bitch ass to see this movie.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
God.
I don't need to call the man a bitch, but stop, bitch.
Is it time to get into that? I mean, okay. I'll just say, of course, legendary, amazing, fucking,
love him,
unquestionable,
angry ass,
fucking legend, god of film, but fuck him. fuck Martin Scorsese and all that fucking stupid shit he was saying about Marvel films not being cinema and all this out of touch fucking bullshit. Yeah, people got their opinions and things like that, but what's the classic fucking saying? Opinions are like assholes.
Yeah, everybody has
shit inside. So. Don't let it out,
bro. I don't know about you, but at the end of Endgame, I seen people crying. So that touched somebody somehow, and that's cinema. You know what I'm saying?
Please, man. He's just an old, out of touch fucking lizard who doesn't know how to appreciate what the world wants right now. You know what I'm saying? He's stuck in like the 30s or the 40s or some shit.
I am gonna watch that new movie he's putting out on Netflix though.
The Irishman.
There's some hard body actors on there. I gotta see it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a fantastic film. It'll be a fantastic film. But whatever. Who gives a shit? It's going straight to Netflix.
Yeah, well, no, they're actually gonna view it. The major theaters refused to view it because he was going to stream it right after they viewed it, and they didn't like that shit. They're actually going to view it right there in New York on Broadway.
I saw there's a limited release.
Yeah, a theater that hasn't showed a movie in 112 years. It's crazy.
And everybody in there is probably gonna be 112 too. No, I'm fucking with you. No, I'm fucking with it. You know, I'm just hating on him right now because of that shit.
He's the DJ Ready C of film.
Like, see, that is an uncomfortable comparison.
Yeah.
You're right.
Ready C hates whack rappers. He hates any producer that's we all do, right? We all do.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I think Marty is in that same lane. He's just kind of fucked off with them.
He's a purist. He wants, you know, long stem cigarettes and fucking, you know, bow ties in the film. You know what I'm saying? Not fucking Iron Man and lasers and explosions. Right. You know? But, you know, hey, man, not everybody wants to fucking sit back and fucking be bored at a film. Sometimes you want action. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, he can't tell me he don't like
just taking it to another level.
Movies and shit, you know. What about Steve McQueen? He was full of action.
Whatever is there.
Yeah.
You gonna hate on him?
Bro, Robert Downey Jr. had a good little point he made. He says when a certain thing comes in and it's just an unstoppable force destroying everything in its path, you're going to get overwhelmed by it, and that's what these movies are. They're destroying all the competition right now.
I like that
that's
interview.
All anybody wants to see.
I like that Downey interview on Stern, man. That was dope. You know, he was very tasteful. He was tasteful, but he definitely laid down a few bombs in there for that motherfucker, man.
You could tell he was a little tight, bro. You could tell he was a little tight, but he did it. He did it. Yeah, he was cavalierish. Yeah,
he's basically like, I can't hear anything that Martin Scorsese is saying through all this fucking money falling over my fucking head.
Right. And you know, it's kind of sad that like he was talking about, that they won't like acknowledge a lot of these movies for Oscars and stuff because of the genre.
Right.
But bro, there was some top-notch acting and all of that shit, bro.
Danny killed it. And you know what? I feel that is another Ready C type of trait also, because my stance on the whole award thing, he was like, you know, he don't give a fuck about them awards. You know what I'm saying? I don't need y'all to tell me I'm nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be nice.
Right.
Accolades and all that type of shit doesn't matter. What's more important is acknowledging the whack motherfuckers and getting them the fuck out of here.
Right.
They're the delusional ones.
They are. He's bitterness, man. I hate using that word too, because I got people throw that word at me sometimes. But
you bitter motherfucker, we all are.
Marty's a little bitter right now.
Jaded motherfucker.
Marty's jaded.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
But yo, I'm glad you brought that conversation up, because I think that's gonna usher us into tonight's visual experience. We have to go over right now. I have some ideas for going back on some of Martin Scorsese's classic films and recasting some of the actors who he had. We're gonna recast them with who we think. I think he needs to be brought down to the level of Marvel and other comic book companies. We're gonna recast all of Martin Scorsese's classic films.
Okay.
Comic book characters. How about that?
So this is Comic Book Trap House casting call.
It's time.
Okay.
We've been doing this every episode. I think this is something that's trending right now with us.
I need to see this.
And I think we should start this off with the idea that actually you gave me. There he is.
Oh, my dude.
There he is.
Look at it.
The god of film.
One of them, anyway.
Fucking Scorsese, man. I'm not taking nothing away from that dude, man. But fuck him for saying that shit. But now why don't you explain what the idea that you had, D?
Well, I was saying that, you know, if once Marty sees the light and he realizes that, you know, comic book movies are film as well, and they do toe the line as far as having substance and and they connect with people, that he'll realize that he needs to be in one of these films, if not involved in it behind the scenes. Hell, maybe even a part of the cast.
I agree.
And I mean, are we ready to go? I mean, what better role for my man than Rocket Raccoon, bro?
There he is. You're right. Not only, I think we should still have. I think who voices him? Whoever still voices him, we could do that. But let's just put a goddamn real Rocket Raccoon mask on Martin Scorsese, and you get him down on all fours and let him play the fucking role.
Or he could come out and collect his Oscar for The Irishman with the Rocket Raccoon mask on, because
I think you're right, man. I think that's a grand, fantastic fucking idea. And plus, I think that'll, you could flip the script too. You could put him his head on Rocket's body with the guns and stuff. That would be kind of. Oh, now that's part two. We'll say that's part two. We're gonna have that debut in the fucking multiverse movie and shit right there. But yeah, man, that's a perfect segue. That's a perfect introduction for this whole segment that we're gonna get into right now of recasting some of Scorsese's classic films. And what better classic from Scorsese to start with than Raging Bull?
Raging Bull. Yes, this is the classic line. You bought me about a steak. You bought me about a steak. When his wife was bugging, he's like, "You bought me about a fucking steak." Love that line. Every time I cook a steak, I think of that. You bought me about a steak.
The De Niro classic.
Yeah.
The De Niro classic. The De Niro basic. I mean, you gotta see Raging Bull. But it's time to bring it up to date. It's time to recast Robert De Niro with someone who Martin Scorsese needs to appreciate.
Yes.
Someone who I think would definitely fill the role just as well. My man Ben Grimm.
Perfect. Yeah. That's it. Raging Bull.
Come on, fam. That's it. Raging Bricks. I think Ben Grimm would be a great replacement for Robert De Niro. I mean, De Niro is too old to revise the role again.
He actually does.
Ben Grimm is
look like Jake LaMotta.
he's
got
the attitude. He loves steak. It's all gonna be
the bone structure.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. So Hollywood, if you're watching, like I know you are, don't bite. Just give me a check.
Yeah.
All right, keep it moving. Of course, another Scorsese classic. Goodfellas.
Oh, yes.
Come on, man.
This is the gangster movie of all gangster movies, right?
I mean, who doesn't love Goodfellas, man?
A lot of good one-liners in there for sure.
Oh yeah, all day. It was just a great film, just a great film. But when we bring it into the comic book realm, I think we have some better choices for the casting. Much better. And Scorsese needs to take notes. He needs to fire whoever wrote that shit. If it's himself, then he fire himself. Let's get these new casting ideas in. Some real gangster motherfuckers, not these actors. Carmen Falcone, Wilson Fisk, and Tombstone.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
That would be fucking dope. See, now you're giving me some great ideas here. I think Marvel should embrace Martin
hell of a fucking cover right there, bro.
and redo some of his shit. That's dope, bro. I love that.
That would be a crazy fucking series right there.
Oh, I love that.
And movie.
And that's gangster like a motherfucker.
We're bridging the gap between Marvel and DC. We're bringing out some classic fucking gangsters that people forgot about, like my man Tombstone.
Yeah.
You know? Wilson Fisk is, of course, at the top of the world.
I mean, who they going to go against? The Punisher? I don't know.
Shit.
Rico? The Rico Act? These motherfuckers was shit on the Rico Act.
Word. Oh man, I think
I don't know who would save the day.
Kingpin should become the president of the United States. That's what was going to end.
I think he should.
But yeah, man, these revisitings, these castings, man, are what it's all about. If y'all are joining us for the first time, please hit that subscribe button down there in the corner.
The bend the knee button. Bend the.
Or check out some of the previous episodes too, because we've got recastings that we've done in some previous shows, man, and I think it's going to happen in the future. Some of the stuff that we're doing right here, so
I think so too.
It's key information that we're giving you. So
definitely hit the bend the knee button.
The word, yeah, hit that bend the knee button. Out around to the comic book trap house.
Submit to the trap house.
Yeah, I got to figure out a way to change that, man. I think we got to get to like 500 subscribers before they let you customize your subscribe button. But as soon as we can do that, I'm going to change that to the bend the knee button.
Let's get to 500 subscribers over
here. Yeah, let's do that tonight. If you guys haven't subscribed in the chat room, we'd appreciate it. And we'd appreciate you telling some of your homies too.
Yeah, and your opinions and maybe some ideas too. Shoot ideas to us. You know what I mean? You can incorporate ideas.
Exactly. Like we're just getting started. You know, I mean, we're doing pilot episodes. We haven't started an official weekly schedule or anything like that, but it's coming soon. It's coming soon.
Yeah. We have Russ on the audio production.
Exactly.
I thought I heard some Goodfellas in the background there.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I put it there.
All right.
A little bit.
All right, we got a couple more.
Okay.
To check out another Scorsese standard, Taxi Driver.
Oh yeah.
Wow, I'm dying to see who you're gonna put for that.
Come on, let's hear some suggestions from you guys first before I reveal.
Shit,
I'm the only one like
that.
Casting decision.
You talking about Taxi Driver?
Yeah, just put this guy, bro.
The Joker.
Oh, the Joker. Yeah, all day.
The fucking Joker is the
Taxi. That's a fantastic choice. Because he was a very similar character to the Joker.
Carnage. Fucking.
I think that's a fantastic idea. But unfortunately, the Joker is busy right now doing his own movie.
Yeah.
So we weren't able to get him.
That's true. You got Carnage, you got, I don't know.
Strong gets the motherfucking gold bell. Cletus Cassidy is my motherfucking choice.
Cletus Cassidy.
Russ said that first, actually. Russ said that first. I heard.
Okay. There you go.
You said Carnage.
Yeah, Carnage.
It's got to be Cletus.
Cletus.
It's got to be.
Oh, big up to V in the chat room who suggested Ghost Rider. That's another good choice.
Nice.
Robbie, now which one? Johnny Blaze or Robbie Reyes? Which one? I think Johnny Blaze.
I gotta go with the original.
Yeah. For sure, man. But yeah, I think Taxi Driver starring Cletus Cassidy.
That would be dope.
That's the next step.
I like the Ghost Rider one too because he could just flame the
word. Word. You can just put the fucking stare of the penance into everybody who jumps into the fucking cab and shit. That's some true backstab confessions.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Review through the rearview mirror.
Word. Oh man, that's amazing. Great fucking idea, V. All right. One last one to go on the Scorsese recastings. What do y'all think so far, man? What do you think about these ideas? You think we're on to something? Think we're on to something?
I think
bro. Top villain.
For sure. All right. I mean, he deserves this. We're helping him out. People are, giving him a bad time right now because of the things that he said, those comments and shit like that. So we took it upon ourselves right here at the Trap House to lend Scorsese a hand and bring him up to date. Try to get him some love in the future by remixing his shit. We're gonna remix his shit.
Bring him into the universe, man.
Word up, man. Bring him into the CBTU.
Right, he's over in Bizarro world right now. He's coming to right now.
All right, I think we got one more. Another standard from the legendary Scorsese, of course. The Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That was
a good movie.
That was a good flick.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Of course, his go-to man, Leonardo DiCaprio. That's his man.
Yeah. I was just watching Shutter Island a couple days ago. Yeah, it was a good flick too.
Hey fellas, come on board. Mike's right around there.
There he is. Super producer Russ in the house.
A lot of cocaine.
Getting the job done.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard. So
exactly. A little background for you right there.
Now, this is the one where they were throwing the midgets with the Velcro, right?
Yes.
They were having the midget talking contest.
All right, now let's hear y'all suggestions for who you think should replace Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street.
Shit.
I had to go with somebody. I would go with that's a good question. Because it's got to be someone who's savvy, smart, can be evil at the same time.
Oh.
Man.
The immortal Biggie Shack in the chat room has said Booster Gold.
Booster Gold.
I ain't mad at that.
All right. Man, I'm gonna go with Gambit.
Gambit.
Okay. All right. I'm not mad at that. The fucking raging Cajun.
Or Mr. Sinister. Somebody, willing to push the envelope.
What do you think, Big Russ?
Shit, bro. Tony Stark.
Okay.
Oh man,
Reed Richards.
Tony Lex.
D Strong started off his his traits like somebody savvy, somebody smart, and Big Russ, you get the motherfucking gold star because Tony Stark is the motherfucking choice. Right?
That's perfect. Yeah.
Drunk nigga only needs a little yay with it. It's got chips.
He already likes his drinks and women.
Hey.
Throw a little yay with it. You don't think
It'll be Stark Street in a week.
Oh man.
Word, man.
That's
we doing Scorsese a favor, man. We're doing him a favor. Showing him what time it is, the way it's supposed to go.
Awesome.
He's gonna appreciate
pretty good damn ideas. Pretty good ideas right there.
Fantastic variants, bro. Oh man, love them all.
Straight up movie variants. Word up.
Wow.
De Niro.
Hey.
Leonardo.
He loves his Italians. I wonder why.
I don't see why.
Yeah, man. So I think that was a pretty good representation of the future of Scorsese film. Or it should be anyway.
Check out I'm still gonna check out that new.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. When does it come out?
Hopefully he'll.
When does that drop?
Not until November.
Okay, all right.
I think
November
27. It's going to be in select theaters, and then it'll be Netflix. I believe November 27th. I think somewhere
Yeah,
around there,
something like
right?
that. Yeah,
Something like that. Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out because
It's
it's
a lot
just gonna
going
be one of
on.
them films. It's gonna be one of them
Remember,
films.
we're gonna also have the debut of the Mandalorian. Now, you sent us some information on that a
Yes.
little while ago, Russ.
Oh yes, I did. Yeah,
on with
through big up to Sideshow Collectibles.
Okay.
They got a really. I'm just skimming through it, man. They are really breaking it down. So anybody that's down with Sideshow, get down with it. They're talking about the Mandalorian, what's to come, what to expect, and just pretty much the origin of them down to supporting characters. And it takes place right after the fall of the Empire. So
Okay, so this is kind of like
episode,
between, what is this kind of like after, like between
between Return of the Jedi
and Rogue One? Well, no, not no. This is like after Rogue.
Way
the
past.
Right.
Fall of the Empire.
right. Yeah, Return of the Jedi
Right.
and what's the next
And
one?
Oh, and then Force Awakens shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Exactly.
this is between those two.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's a gap I'd like to be explained.
So yeah, man,
But-
that's a good quick read, quick little article on sideshowcollectibles.com.
And
Yeah,
also,
big
we
up.
got a new Skywalker movie coming out in December. Right after that,
Mm.
the last Skywalker. The whatever the fuck it is,
Yeah.
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
So what? So
Yeah, huh.
okay. Any guesses on who? Any guesses on who? Her who she's related to?
Her
Is it-
lineage.
she's got, yeah. What is she? Because she's got a.
They tried to
know,
say
man.
Han Solo slid off, and he had a kid with somebody, and it's like, come on.
So
man.
she's gonna,
But
she's gonna be a solo. I
but
mean,
Han didn't have the Force. It was
Word.
Leia.
right,
they had to, I mean, they made much-
right. It was
Yeah,
Leia,
man.
but whoever he slid off with might have had it. But to me, I want to know who her parents were, the drunks that let her go for the drink.
Well, you're talking
Supposedly,
about-
right?
Yeah, that scene where they showed.
Yeah,
parents
they were
bounced.
drunks. Yeah, supposedly, right? And they just let her go for nothing.
But that then
So-
that to me that might not have actually been her real parents. She might have been adopted. If they
Yeah,
even that, if they
anything.
gave that much nothing fuck about her, they would like bye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, if Han found another broad that has the Force, that motherfucker, bro, he
Wow.
getting that attracting the Force pussy, and that's like that's a gift. That's another gift.
That's
yeah,
a
that's a
gift,
gift
yeah.
in itself. Shit, what do you call that?
Yeah,
His dick might have.
yeah, yeah,
but
Yeah.
the lightsaber.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
All right, man. Well, hey, that's what it is, man.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to all that shit. You
Yeah.
know, hopefully
yeah.
they get it right because this is the last big movie in that Skywalker series saga.
hey, when's that Disney thing popping? You sent me a thing a while ago about the streaming. When's that go
Disney
live?
Plus. Disney
November
Plus
12th?
launches November 12th, I believe. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the first.
Mandalorian will be
I guess
there
the
to launch.
first episode of the Mandalorian. It's going to be a series, no?
Ah,
Already?
beautiful.
Series. So yeah. Oh,
They
man.
have any other hints on what's ready to go with Marvel on there?
I don't know what the first drop from the whole Marvel universe thing is going to be, man. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
I don't even think it's going to happen this year. But I think the Winter Soldier and Falcon show is going to be first starting next year.
I wonder if they were hard body, they would show everything. I wonder if Disney is gonna not go as hard as Netflix did as far as the the violence and whatnot.
Yeah, I would doubt that it's going to be real violent. Anything that comes out there because Marvel is also doing shows on Hulu. That's where their more hardcore shit is. They're more hardcore things go to. They just finished announcing the casting for Hellstrom that's going to Hulu, and that's like the Son of Satan, all that type of Midnight Suns and all that type of stuff. That Hulu is going to house a little more
Termination close.
edgier Marvel shit. I don't know what happened to it though, but they just they canceled the Ghost Rider plans for Hulu. Not too sure why. But
That's crazy.
All right. Yeah, I got it.
anyway, man, I think that's about where we're gonna wrap this thing up for this week, fellas. We're gonna come back next week with some new information, new good talk for everybody out there. Appreciate everybody for watching. Appreciate my brothers joining me. We'll be back next week.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace.
You know,